أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة المرحلة الثانية كلية الطب جامعة نيسان، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نكمل ما تبقى من محاضرات الكورس الثاني واللي راح نبدأ به بالكلينيكال بايوكيمستري. أول محاضرة راح نبتدأ بها هي الميتابولزم اند انرجيتكس. ناخذ فد ريفيو بالنسبة للميتابولزم. An overview of any metabolism, cell breakdown of organic molecules. Any organic molecules like carbohydrate, proteins, amino acid or nucleic acid, and lipid. Cells break down organic molecules to obtain energy as ATP, which can then be used to generate ATP. ATP, the molecules highly energy. Reactions within mitochondria. Any reactions of metabolism within mitochondria provide most of the energy needed to as typical cell. To carry out these metabolic reactions, cells must have dependable supply of oxygen, and nutrients include water, vitamins, minerals, ions, and organic substrates. The reactants in enzymatic reactions. ركز enzymatic reactions. Metabolism, all enzymatic reactions in human body. Next slide. Oxygen is absorbed at the lung. Other substances are obtained through the absorption at the digestive tract. Cardiovascular system then carries these substances through of that. They diffuse from the bloodstream into the tissue where they can be absorbed and used by our cells. Mitochondria break down the organic nutrients to provide energy for cell benefit, for growth and cell division, contraction, secretion, and other functions. اوكي طلاب، نجي الى النقطة المهمة الأساسية. The term metabolism refers to all the chemical reactions that are in the organism. Chemical reactions, metabolism, medical field, all enzymatic reactions. In general, chemical reactions. ايش نقصد بها chemical reactions within cell؟ اللي هو collectively known as cellular metabolism provide the energy needed to maintain hemostasis and to perform essential functions. Overview of metabolism into last slide. Metabolic pathways. The initial processing of metabolic pathways, digestion, and another absorption. Digestion and absorption. Introductions. GIT, gastrointestinal tract. The principal function of the GIT is the digestion and absorption of any nutrients. Major foods are ingested as micromolecules, large molecules, carbohydrate large molecules as starch, large molecules of lipid to as fatty acid and proteins large molecules to ingested to micromolecules as amino acid, which must be broken down to similar components for absorption. By enzymes secreted from GIT and mechanical process involved in digestion. Maybe mixing gastric emptying and intestinal tracts. Properties of digestive system. GIT mucus forms barrier between body and the luminal environment and function to transport efficient nutrient across the epithelium and the breathing path of harmful molecules into the body. This barrier consists of two components. Properties of digestive. Epithelial cells and extra barrier consists of secretions. Several different types of gland found in the GIT. هذه عندكم ماخذين. فالproperties of digestive system. Number 1, mechanism of stimulation. Biochemistry. Stimulation when is due to local effects, autonomic stimulation and hormones. نجي إلى local effects. The mechanical presence of food causes stimulation, not only local, but also at destination. This may be a direct effect or via to interact nervous system. Autonomic stimulation, parasympathetic nerves invariably serve to increase secretion. Stimulation by this nerves may increase some secretion, but usually dimensions of blood flow, which will usually decrease overall secretion. Hormones for mechanism of stimulation. Digestive enzymes are secreted by granular cells, which must also secrete water and electrolyte to go along with the organic substance. Finally, the mucous cells for protection and lubrication. بما أنه أخذنا GIT properties نجي إلى digestive enzyme of the GIT tract. وهذا هو عندنا التيبل اللي بيننا locations, enzyme, name and actions, salivary gland, amylase and lipase as starch large molecules to breakdown of small molecules. Triglyceride as limited actions to mono fatty acid and glycerol. Stomach pepsin, renin and gastric lipase to degradations of proteins, milk, or gastric lipase actions on triglycerides. Pancreas, amylase, salivary amylase from pancreas secretion. Lipase, phospholipase, cholesterol esters and actions on the stars, this follows. وهكذا. The initial organs, salivary glands, and then constituent of salivary, properties of salivary by hormone, by biochemistry. component of salad. During mastication, food is mixed with the salad, which has lubricant function and contain amylase from salivary to filter down or starch. Amylase is a small protein, and because of the small molecules mass, it is cleared from circulation through the kidney. It hydrolyzes starch to similar dextrine. It is inactivated by stomach acidity. Amylase. Amylase also secreted from the pancreas, which is the main sources of elevated serum amylase activity. انتبه رجعان. Amylase also secreted from pancreas, which is the main source of elevated serum amylase activity, while the main sources of enzyme in the normal subject is the salivary gland. Salivary components shown by table and functions: lubrications, antimicrobial actions, maintaining mucosa and clearance, buffer capacity, preparing food for the cell digestion and وهذه بالنسبة للكولونز والكومبوننت. Secretion of the stomach. أخذنا السلالي. نأخذ ال secretions of the stomach. Formation of HCl in the stomach. Secretion of the stomach. Number one, the presence of protein, alcohol, and stimulation of calcium in the lumen of the stomach stimulate the secretion of gastrin, peptide hormone produced by the G cells of the anti-mucosa. Low pH in the stomach activate the probiotic enzyme pepsin by the G cells. Formation of HCl, histamine in direct contact with the basal glands from secretion of HCl. The activation of this complex is under hormonal gastrin and nerve acetylcholine control. وهذا هو الدايجرامز اللي هو راح يكون بلازما عاد اليوم ingredient between electrolyte, cations and anions, CO2 bicarbonate ions ووجود hydrogen plus. Bombs to ingredient hemolysis between intra and extra cell. Formation of HCl. The pH of gastric acid is 1.35 to 3.5. In the stomach, the acidity maintained by the proton pumps, potassium, ATPase. Chloride and hydrogen ions are separated from the cytoplasm of body cells and mixed in the ganglion. The sodium ions are actively reabsorbed, and the potassium ions are actively secreted at the luminal site. This causes bad reabsorption of chloride ions. Bicarbonate ions are both passively exchanged. Ingredient balance and actively secreted in exchange for the chlorine. Vital cells are secreted enhancing factor, a substance essential for the absorption of vitamin B12 in the small intestine. Absorption in the stomach. The stomach absorbs very few substances as lipid-soluble compounds: aspirin, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and ethanol. These substances cause gastric irritations. Absorption of water and electrolytes in the small intestine. The net effect of passage through the intestine is absorption of water and electrolytes, sodium, chloride, potassium, and all dietary organic molecules, as glucose, amino acid, and fatty acids. Also, absorption of water depends particularly on sodium, and the latter is absorbed by co-transporter with the glucose and amino acid. Co-transporter as carbohydrate 1 to 40 carbohydrate. Water diffuses in response to the osmotic gradient stopped by sodium through sodium bond mechanism. Then diffuse into capillary blood within the ونكون إن شاء الله في الجزء الثاني من المحاضرة إن شاء الله. وشكرا جزيلا لإصغائكم أعزائي الطلبة في المرحلة الثانية.